Okay, it is going. I'm sharing this to Patreon. Doop, 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 doop. Go $10 and above. And then not schedule, but publish now. Boom, bing, bing, bang, boom. Okay, so that is up. Going to the Twitter of the Potterless Variety and you tweet. Live stream is live for $10 and up patrons. Link on Patreon. Boop. All right, cool beans. So that is that. We'll let people get in, and I will also bring up the questions. People have any of those? So one person's here. Hello, one person. I hope your day is going great. I need to load up the rest of the stuff. So let me get the Gmail rocking, that Potterless Gmail. And then we'll see if people have any questions. So here we go. Cool, that's loaded. All right, so that's taken care of, that's taken care of. And we've got, oh, sweet, someone's in, someone is giving it a thumbs up. That's cool. Oh, I need to do the thing where I open this on YouTube so that I can see people's comments in real time, because sometimes this doesn't work. So I'm going to double check on that. And then we'll be good to go. 3 people are here. That's so sweet. So let's see. Let me open it up so I can see the comments. And then we're good to go. Sweet, sweet. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, okay, Maria Lisa is here. Hello, Maria. How's it going? You're going to be at the live show tomorrow. I'm super excited. That's going to be super fun. So, yeah. Well, I guess I'll talk about some relevant stuff while I'm waiting for people to show up. But, yeah, tomorrow's a live show. So, in 24 hours, no, in 5 minutes shy of 26 hours, Potterless Live in Seattle will have started, and I'm super stoked about it. So I apologize in advance for those of you who do not live in Seattle that cannot come, or that are not close to Seattle. I've heard some people coming up from faraway cities. Someone's coming from Canada, and I hope it's Vancouver. That's because that's not that far away. I think some people are coming up from Portland. I know some people from other cities in Washington are coming up. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that it is a killer show. We will be reading chapter 10 of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This is going to be the first time that I have done like an episode of Potterless live, because what I did at the Join the Party live show when I opened for them, I did part of whatchamacallit, the Quidditch book, Quidditch Throughout the Ages. And it was different because that book, it was less of like, since I only had 30 minutes, it was less of Potterless where there's like a set thing to go through and try to get all the way through. It is more of just like, let me talk about funny things that I read in the first half of this book for 30 minutes. So with this, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to be on somewhat of a time crunch, because I really want to make sure that I would really want to try to finish it like relatively quickly enough so that I can do Q&A after, because I think that would be really fun. And then after, because we have the theater for like an hour and 15 minutes. The place we're doing it is Jet City Improv, which is a theater that I do improvised comedy with here in Seattle. And they have a show at 9 o'clock, so they need to let people in at 8:15. So we got to be out of there by 8:15, so that at 8:30 they can open the house, etc. Oh, hey, Sarah's here. What's up? I get to see you in like a week. So let's see. So yeah, so that'll be fun. But for anyone going to the show, I will be after the show. There's a bar like right next to the theater, and I'll kick it there and we'll hang out. It'll be very fun. So I will be recording the live show for all of you that cannot attend, because with Patreon funds, I bought this. So this is a Zoom H4, which is a recorder. I still haven't opened the box yet. But basically, like on the bottom of this is you can plug in like an XLR cable, which is, like one of those microphone cables with the 3 prongs. You can plug that in there, and you can plug that into a sound box and or a soundboard, and that'll basically record any audio that takes place during the during the show itself. So I will be able to record the live show. Don't worry. I don't think that I will have streaming capabilities. The Wi-Fi situation at the theater is like really bad, and I also don't have like a camera that can do it. And I just honestly think like it's going to be more hassle than it'll be worth. I would rather focus all of my efforts on making sure that the audio is good to be recorded, and spend my time setting that up rather than try to do that and do a video stream as well. So my plan is to just focus my efforts on the audio there and let that go. There's no questions in the Gmail. So if you guys have questions and you're watching, please leave one so I can answer them accordingly. But until then, I can keep vamping about the live show and stuff. So that'll be good. The guests are my friend Nathan, who I do improv with, and my friend Allison, who I also do improv with, but she also works for Wizards of the Coast, specifically for Magic the Gathering. So hold on one sec. So she's very great and obviously very nerdy as well. So it's going to be 3 big old Harry Potter nerds talking about Harry Potter. I don't know what happens in chapter 10. I actually don't even know what the title of the chapter is yet because I'm still reading chapter 9. And, but I have been warned that it is beefy. So I'm excited. I wanted to make sure that whatever chapter was discussed, so I wanted to make sure whatever chapter was discussed was one that was like enough to fill up enough time and was like good and like worth it. Not just like some like random filler chapter. For example, chapter 9, which I'm reading right now, is like the aftermath of people crashing the wedding. And that's kind of like, meh. Yeah, it's like a 15-page chapter. So that would have been super lame. But to do a 15-page chapter and another chapter would have taken more than like 50 minutes. So it's a tricky little thing to plan a live show, turns out. So thankfully, people have read these books a hell of a lot of times and know like things that are good. So my sister Megan was like, yeah, chapter 10 will be a good one. And I believe Kelly confirmed. So yeah. Okay. So Maria says, if I bought a Ludo poster, will you be able to sign that? I don't mind buying a new one. Yeah. So I'm going to, so we had, okay, sorry, bleh, words. So at the Join the Party, for the Join the Party live show, we made some merch. Amanda's like uncle, I think, owns a place that does like poster printing. And this was before the posters that are on the store were made and ready to be shipped out. So we took the same image and then he did like custom, like just did like a small batch order of like 30, I think. And so I still have those. And they're actually unique in that they are not the size of the ones that are the ones that you get from the website. The ones from the website are like a standard size, like they're like A4, which is like a very common poster size, I think. But whatever Amanda's uncle had, he just had like a bunch of this other paper. So he was like, "Can I print on that?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure, totally." So you do buy a poster at the live show. It'll be special in that I can scribble my signature on it with a silver Sharpie, and it's a special size and different than the other ones. So it's very special. So yeah, I'll have posters and I will have stickers there as well. Not the stickers that I give to patrons. I want to keep that where it's like special for you guys. So like these stickers, which I have behind my computer, the ones that I send with the envelopes or the packages, if you get a shirt, those are only going to be patron exclusives, much like the black shirt with the gold writing. That's always going to be patron exclusive. So I have the big circle ones are like 4-inch circles. I have 3-inch circle ones of the Potterless logo and then 3-inch circle ones with the same poster design. It just cuts off and says it's definitely Ludo. Also those for like $1 a piece or something, like nothing significant. So yeah. I just looked at and said Sarah's question, how far am I in Deathly Hallows? And yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to finish by LeakyCon, but having looked at the events of stuff, because you can look at the schedule and all that, I don't think that I will be spoiled by anything at LeakyCon. There's just like a few main spoilers that I guess I have to avoid. And I just got to hope they don't come up in conversation. But I'm trying to read as much as I can. So I'm recording right after this, I'm recording an episode of Horse with Eric Silver. And then after, we're going to do some Potterless. And I'm going to do chapters 8 and 9 with him. And then chapter 10 will be the live show. And then I'm hoping like maybe on Tuesday of next week, I can do another 2 chapters. So say maybe like 11 and 12. And then maybe on like Thursday or Friday of that week, I can do like maybe 13 and 14. So I can at least get maybe, I don't know, close to halfway through the book. I'm trying to do as much as I can before, because you're right. I want to try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. I just don't think it's going to be feasible unless I like read a bunch ahead. And I don't think that that will be, I really try to not read ahead for the recording. I think it's very fun when I'm in the present. So I think that'll work. There's a few panels that even the titles are spoiler. Like, ooh, okay. So I will have my sister Megan just determine what panels I'm going to. And like, honestly, like, I don't really give a shit about going to anything at LeakyCon. Like, I'm more just want to go to like meet people and just walk around and hang out with my sister and do the panels that I'm doing and like do the hangout with you guys and stuff. Like, that's what I'm more invested in. So if I just like skip up on panels, like, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to go to any of the Wizard Rock concerts. I'm not going to go to any like live like taping of anything. I don't know. Like, there's some panels that seemed interesting, but there was nothing where I was like, oh man, if I missed that. Cause like even the people that they have as like the famous people or whatever, they're the people from Harry Potter musical. And I've never seen that. Everyone's told me to watch it. I will do an episode about it. Don't worry. I literally get a tweet about it every single day. Percy's going to be there. Nice, Vicky. Oh gosh. If I do find a way to like meet Percy, I will probably ask him, and I'll try to record me asking and everything. Be like, what did it feel like to play the villain in the series? But yeah, even like the actors that they got, it's like, it's nobody good. It's not like it's anybody that's a big deal. I like the most famous person, like the dude that did Crumb or the person that did Lee Jordan. Like, it's not like it's anybody huge. So I don't know. So I am fine with missing out on whatever has to offer, like whatever there is. So I'm more concerned about just doing my panels because I'm doing 3 or one of them twice and then another one. So I've got to like, that's going to take up a bunch of time. And then like mainly worrying about the meetup for Dallas. So I was talking to my sister about it today, and we are thinking that a good place to do it is Deep Ellum Brewery, because it's not too far from the convention center. And it's a great brewery and it's very spacious. So we were thinking Deep Ellum, we were thinking Katie Icehouse, and we were thinking Petty Colas. But Katie Icehouse is like usually mobbed and like filled with like the crowd there is like a kind of like bro-y kind of crowd. So Deep Ellum is like more chill vibe, more spread out. Petty Colas is really cool because they've got like a bunch of games and stuff, but I think it's a little farther away, and I want to make it close to the convention center so that if anyone is at the convention and they want to go, like, if I don't know that it's within walking distance, but you could get an Uber for like not that much money. So I'm thinking Deep Ellum. Let me look at the comments because I haven't done that. But obviously I'll post that on Twitter, Facebook, like all the stuff. I will make it known where we are going. So my sister's house, Frank, is Gryffindor. So I guess it does run in the family, kind of like in the books, how like all the Weasleys are Gryffindor. So my sister, fellow Gryffindor. Let's see. Harlan says can't stay for the whole stream, but oh hey Harlan, thanks for coming in. Yeah, you can always watch the recording of it later. Whoop whoop whoop. What's up, Annette? How's it going? Hello. Boop doop 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 doop. Yeah, not walkable but close-ish. Yeah, I figure like the because I think the only walkable place would be the Katie Icehouse, and it's like and it's probably gonna be like mobbed. So we'll go with like just trying to get a cheap Uber for people, and find a friend and Uber pool or get an Uber together and split it. I don't know. The bros are taking over Deep Ellum. No. Gross. Man, it's unfortunate that like Dallas is cool, but there are some like not cool people. But that's like any city. Like there's going to be annoying people in any city. It's unavoidable. It's the world we live in. But I will be sure to consult. And if you are someone that lives in Dallas and you want to go to meetup, like I'm open to suggestions of where and when the best like place and time for a meetup would be. I am very open to doing all of that. So yeah. Hello, Cassandra. How's it going? So yeah, so that's that. So live stream now, tomorrow live show, and then a week from tomorrow is the convention of LeakyCon. I'm stoked. I just bought tickets to LeakyCon Dallas next year, 2019, because the tickets went live today. I would hope to go to the Boston one as well. I'm really hoping that by the time those come around, like a year from now, I am of the status where I'm invited to attend, because like this year was a step up in that I was accepted to be a presenter, which is pretty cool. I couldn't go last year. It was also in Ireland last year, so it was like not easy. But I'm at this stage, like I'm doing a couple panel presentations. I'm really hoping next year I might be able to get on like that main stage or something. That would be the goal. So that would be super tight. Let's see. Sarah says, I shot a documentary in Deep Ellum and it was really fun there. The people are great. It could be busy. Yeah. Yeah, I would, Vicky, I would hope for free conventions. That would be super sweet. This one actually, since I am a presenter, I did get my ticket reimbursed, which was cool, which is not the case at every convention. So shout out to LeakyCon for being cool like that. Not a lot of conventions do that. Some do partial, some don't do anything. They're, so pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry, Ned. Well, Boston's like kind of close to Philly, right? Oh, it's kind of. Oh. Or were you saying love to make either live show tomorrow and LeakyCon? Because 2019 LeakyCon, Boston, let's do it. But yeah, speaking of other conventions, I haven't bought tickets for it or anything yet, but I am going to attend PodCon in January. PodCon 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm very excited to go there, so you can head on over to that. I'm definitely going to go to that. But if you don't live in Seattle, Seattle in January is like not fun. So I wouldn't recommend using it as like it'll be a fun vacation thing. I'll like go to Seattle and like enjoy the city and do PodCon. Like it's going to be a gray, gross time, but PodCon was very fun. So take it for what you will. So yeah. Oh yes. Sarah wrote about the BuzzFeed article. Yeah. So thank you to everybody who did that. That was super cool. I'm still replying to tweets where people screenshotted it when I'm giving people Patronuses. Someone mentioned that it was like 2.5 pages of straight Potterless comments, which is super great. So thank you. I'm really hoping that I could get noticed by BuzzFeed there. That would be very cool. That would be really nice. But just honestly, like there was the last time BuzzFeed did this like a year ago. A lot of people wrote Potterless as well, and that time when people did it, I said what class they would teach at Hogwarts if they were a professor, which was also very fun to make. Creeping on people's Twitter profiles and what they've tweeted and making a guess based off of that. So that was a good time. And a bunch of people after that mentioned, whether it was in comments or tweets or whatever, that they found Potterless because of the comment section of that. So even not getting in the BuzzFeed article, just purely by you guys leaving those comments is so helpful. So thank you guys so much. Like word of mouth is so huge. Obviously the big like springboard for Potterless this year was being one of the featured podcasts on Spotify for like the entirety of March and then parts of like February and April. That was enormous. But that was a couple months ago and things have still been growing. So it really is coming down to like word of mouth, and all of you lovely, lovely humans are doing that. And that's so great. Oh, I can't thank you guys enough. It's so helpful because with podcasts, like you really need to like convince someone to do it. Cause it's not like, hey, check out this YouTube video. Like each episode of Potterless is like 45 plus minutes. Most are an hour. And to be able to get someone to download and listen to something that is an hour long, you've got to really sell it. So you lovely folks got to be selling it well, because lots of people continue to download, and they said that lots of people have told them about it, and I cannot thank you enough. It's so good. Oh, and that's going to be in Seattle in November. November is not awful, but it's not going to be great. Seattle has the wonderful like 6 months of good weather, 6 months of bad weather situation. We are in the good weather situation right now. Basically from October to March, it's bad. And then April's like spotty here and there, but like May through September is like chef's kiss, beautiful. And then the beginning of October is usually okay, and then like by the end of October it's like bad. So November, like it'll still be spotty where you might get a good day, so I wouldn't worry in that. Regardless, the cool thing about Seattle is it's cool enough where there's enough like cool indoor stuff to do, and if you like skiing, like hell yeah, the January PodCon, if you're a big skier, then you can go and have a field day then, because skiing is just super feasible since it is so wet and rainy. There's just always snow. So it's not horrible, but it's not like pretty like it is now. It's very pretty now. But that's because it's the first weekend of August. So, oh, for a wedding. Okay. Well, I would like, if you need suggestions of stuff to do, feel free to reach out. I'll let you know. There's lots of cool stuff to do in Seattle. So yeah, more stuff. It's a breezy 93 93 in Dallas. It's not as bad as when it was like 105 a couple weeks ago. So I will take 93 over the alternative, but that's really hot. making me rethink wearing my Black Wizard On shirt because I'll be inside a convention center. I'll be fine. And if I sweat, no one will notice because it's a black shirt. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. It was 111 a few weeks ago. No. 108. Gross. Don't do this to me, Dallas. I'm gonna Google Dallas weather and see what it's gonna be like for next week. 10-day weather forecast. Thank you, weather.com. We'll check this out. Let's see what it is. It's gonna rain on Saturday. That is going to be fine. Weather Channel's yelling at me for using ad blocker. Sorry. Oh, boy. I land Thursday, 95. Friday, 96. Saturday, 94. Sunday, 95. Gosh. Dallas. I do not miss living in Texas. Let me tell you. I lived in Houston for 10 years, and that was way too many. I got so many mosquito bites. Oh, my goodness. You know what Seattle doesn't have? Mosquitoes. It's incredible. It's the best thing. Oh, my goodness. Just like not having to worry about mosquitoes is huge. It was just a constant struggle in Houston. There's just like a constant state dry heat there. I don't know. Texas is not a dry heat at all. Texas is a wet heat. Like Houston's the wettest heat. Dallas is more dry. But Houston is the wettest heat. It's always like 100% humidity. So you just like sweat and it just like stays. It stays. You've never been bit by a mosquito, Maria? You are the luckiest human ever. Oh my goodness. Mosquito bites are annoying. And in Houston, I don't know what it is. They love my family. Like we got something that's attractive to mosquitoes in our blood. Maybe we've got like pure blood and they're racist mosquitoes from the Malfoy family that want us specifically. But like my sister and I always get bit like crazy. I get bit like crazy. My dad gets bit like crazy. Like, never good. Mosquito situation in Houston. Rough for us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fun. A cold snap, Sarah. It's funny, like Texas, that it'll be like, oh, there's a cold front when it's August, and it'll be like it's 88, like that cold front in Texas. Oh, crazy stuff. That's just kind of how it rolls. Live in a state that had more than 2 seasons a year. Yeah, Texas just has like hot and less hot. Seattle's got 2 seasons as well, but it's like good and then bad. But yeah, I grew up in New Jersey, which certainly has 4 seasons, like very well distinct 4 seasons, where you've got the winter where it snows, the spring where it's kind of nice but rainy, the summer where it's nice and sunny and hot, and the fall where like the leaves turn and everything. That was the biggest thing when I lived in Texas for 10 years. By not having seasons, the leaves don't turn at all. So it just goes from like, oh, all the trees are green and full to like, now they're all naked and dead. So it's nice being in Seattle where it's like, oh, there's a really cool fall situation. Also what Seattle has, which I've never had before, is on my street and a couple other places in Seattle, and specifically in the University of Washington, which is in Seattle, they have cherry blossom trees. And that's a whole new ballgame for me. I knew that they were like a big thing in Japan. And there's all this thing where it's like, oh, you have to go to Japan this week because of the cherry blossom trees, which sounded strange to me. But then after living in Seattle, now I understand. Basically, cherry blossom trees blossom for a month. And then they basically go from being like naked trees in the winter, no leaves on them. And then they get leaves, and then they grow these beautiful like pink or white blossoms that are absolutely gorgeous. So good. And that lasts for a month, maybe. And then all of it falls off, and then they're just like regular green trees until the winter comes again. And it's crazy. So it's very much like you have to be attentive. So they're all lined on my street, which is so cool. So for a week, it's very fun. And if you park under them during the part where the petals are falling off, like you'll go to bed, you'll wake up, you go to your car next day, and it looks like it's covered in snow, but it's all flower petals, which is really fun when you're driving initially ahead of your parking spot. There's just like flower petals flying around everywhere. It's very good. So yeah, good times. It was 71 on Monday in Dallas. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm kind of rough on Hufflepuff pride. So I went to Rice University, and there's a residential college system there, which is similar to at Hogwarts House, where you get sorted into one of 11 dorm buildings randomly, and then you stay there for your 4 years. And that takes the place of like a Greek system. So there's no sororities or fraternities. That kind of like takes the place of it, which I really liked. It's like a Greek system, except everyone's involved rather than, them being like selective and you have to do hazing and all that stuff. And once a semester, we threw parties that kind of lasted all day on a Friday called college night. And they always would have some sort of theme. So my senior year, I was in charge of throwing them, and we threw a Harry Potter themed one. So because my dorm building was called my residential college was called the Hufflepuff of Rice, because we were the nice one, which I loved. And this is why I thought I was going to be a Hufflepuff until I learned I was a Gryffindor. But we made a thing where we like altered the Hufflepuff crest. So we found this like drawn version of the Hufflepuff one. And then this, I think, was some other design. It might have been the Hogwarts thing. I'm not sure, but we photoshopped it out. And this little griffin is the Hansen crest. And then the H was already here, and then we just deleted Hufflepuff and then downloaded a Harry Potter font and then replaced it with Hansen. And then we got this, and then we put a little HFH because that was our because it was founded by Harry Hansen. The F is not his middle name; it stands for the F word, because that was what we would cheer during our like sports things and stuff, because all the residential colleges, much like Quidditch houses, play against each other. So yeah, so I kind of am rocking Hufflepuff pride. And speaking of Hufflepuff pride, Kelly, my wonderful girlfriend and web designer, is landing in Seattle tonight because she's coming to the live show, and she's the most proud Hufflepuff. So she has tons of Hufflepuff pride. I'm very excited. So yeah, she's coming in. That'll be cool. I got her a Hufflepuff thing when we first started dating. I went to Harry Potter World in I had started the podcast, or no, I think I had started reading the books. I think this was May of 2016. Or August of 2016. I had read 3 of the books, but not released any episodes yet. And because I hang out with my friend Tim every year. He's an old YouTube buddy. Once a year we hang out and we alternate years where he flies to wherever I live or I fly wherever he lives. So that year I flew to Florida. We went to Harry Potter World. It was very fun. I only kind of knew what some of the stuff was. So I'm hoping to go back. It is a Patreon goal, which we're close to hitting, where if we get to 500 patrons, I'm going to go to Harry Potter World to celebrate finishing the books. And I think that'll be so much fun. And I'll try to record a bunch of episodes and stuff, because I kind of knew some of the things, but I didn't. I don't think I fully grasped Nocturne Alley. I don't think I fully understood all of the stores and stuff. The Hogshead is definitely there, and I didn't know it. And I went there and got a beer at it because it's the only place that is just a bar and serves beer. And it's brewery specifically craft beer just for it. And Tim was like, "Oh, we should go." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds awesome." And then on an episode of Potterless, I was like, "Oh, they should have the Hogshead." And then a bunch of people were like, "They do." And then I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, I went there." So yeah, I got to go back and fully grasp it. So that'll be super fun. So let's see. Annette, Jersey, Philly areas, has all 4 seasons in 1 week. Oh, Cherry Blossoms in DC. That's super cool. Love being a puff. I'll be rocking my Potter shirt one of the days. Leaky. Nice. Yeah. That'll be sweet. Yeah, I saw your picture. It looked great. Yeah, I got my merch in, which I tweeted today, which is very nice. So I got the pins. I got a Gryffindor shirt and a Ravenclaw shirt just because I thought the colors were good. And then I got Kelly. It's a surprise though, so don't tell her. I got her a pin and one of the pullovers. So when she comes in tonight, I will give those to her as a little gift. But yeah, I'm glad I finally have my stuff in. That's cool. I think I'll probably just wear the Wizard On shirt at LeakyCon all the days, but I'll bring the other stuff and we'll see. But for the live show, I'm going to have a fun outfit where I'm just wearing bright clothes. I don't know if you saw what I wore to the Join the Party one, but it was a shirt with a bunch of iguanas on or cockatoos all over it and then pink pants. So I like to dress fun in vibrant ways when I dress up. So I will do that for the live show as well. Oh yes, I'm glad people like the Ravenclaw shirt. Yes, it was a big point of pride where when I was picking out the colors, Kelly was like, "Look, you've got to make sure it's blue and bronze because the movie's fucked up and made it silver, which is not correct." So Kelly and I spent a full day, me, Kelly, and Amanda McLaughlin, messaging back and forth about which color of bronze to use for the shirt. It was a very intense thing. We worked very hard and very diligently to make sure that bronze was perfect. We had every color of bronze that the t-shirt company offered for the writing. They were all the little Pantene colors that all had different names. And they were all named different things, which was very, very cute. And it was do you want bronze mist? Do you want bronze metal? Do you want, it was all these things, bronze coin. They're not metallic. They're not metallic. They're just the color of it, because when you do metallic, as I've learned by making the shirts, you basically have 2 options. You have what the Wizard On shirts are, that gold metallic thing, which looks really nice, but when you wash it, like it washes away. Like I don't know if you guys if this has happened to your Wizard On shirts, which is why I always warn people like wash your shirts cold and on inside out and on cold and line dry them, because that that metallic thing fades after a little bit. So that's like the foil is on the Wizard On ones. The other thing we're metallic is to get like sparkly, but it kind of looks honestly like if you took like those glitter pens from kindergarten, it looks like those. So it kind of looks like not like it just doesn't look great. So for the colors that we got for these shirts, they're not actually metallic. Oh, I'll grab my Ravenclaw shirt and show you. So like they're not actually like shiny or gold or reflective. It's just like a flat, like matte color. But the ones that we picked are ones that like kind of look like it. Like the color that we picked for bronze, I believe it was called bronze medal, as in the bronze medal of the Olympics. And then I think the silver for Slytherin was also silver medal. So, so though they look metallic or whatever, they don't like have any sort of foil or anything like that. So, oh, I'm glad. Yeah, Vicky's saying that the shirt is really comfy. I'm glad. I really did want to make sure the shirt's really soft. So I believe the same company makes or at least like the shirt that we got is like the next level. I think that's both the Powerless shirts and the Wizard On shirts are all the same, and they're like super soft. They're so good. So, yeah, I'm glad that everyone is on board there. So yeah, so that is the 30 minutes of this live show. I do have to go because me and Eric are recording that episode of Horse in 27 minutes. So I want to make sure I've got all my stuff together there. But before I go, I want to say thank you guys so much for everything. You're so great. You are absolutely wonderful. Sarah, your boyfriend kept petting you. I love it. It's great. So thank you guys so much. I can't thank you enough for all the support. And again, like both word of mouth and monetary wise, it's great because like by having this money for Potos, I was able to pay for the down payment to have the place for this live show. And I was also able to buy the recorder that I'm using for the live show. So it's nice just to have the Patreon funds so that I can do that. Speaking of Patreon funds, they emailed and tweeted out today that there's like some weird stuff going on with cards getting declined. I'll make a post about it tomorrow, I think. But just be aware that Patreon like might have messed up credit card stuff. And then I think if Patreon notices your card is declined, they might not give you the bonus content. So I'm going to send a message, but like, make sure your credit card stuff is right. So just like go to your account and make sure everything's okay. Because there was something going on where like some credit card companies like were processing weird. So I guess just double check and make sure everything's all right. I don't know if they sent that email to you. I got one and they tweeted it out. I don't know if they sent it to like Patreon users. So yeah. So again, thank you guys so much. You're all absolutely wonderful. Thanks for everyone who's coming in. Oh, Marco's here and Nikita's in. Oh, love it. So you guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much. And till next time. Oh, and all of you people watching this after the live when it's not live, you're also wonderful. So again, thank you. And until next time, as they say in the Wizarding world of Harry Potter, before they when they're at a wedding and they finish the toast, because I just read the wedding chapter, a Wizard On.